Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful afternoon. As I'm thumbing through my Hearth and Home book by Karey Swan, I realize I'm going to have to read it from cover to cover because I don't think I ever did when I first got it. I kind of just thumbed through it, found parts I like, folded over a lot of. There's a lot of these that were folded over. And this is one that was folded over in chapter 12. Um, there's a friend here on YouTube that did find a copy on eBay, and I think they have a copy on Amazon that's a hardback. Mine is not a hardback, but it's quite a large. It's pretty thick. It's a larger book. It is wonderful for homemakers and homeschooling moms. So you may not agree with everything. She started homeschooling. She married in 1975, and this book was published in 95. So, of course, she was homeschooling for a while. And she wasn't just homeschooling. She stayed home most of the time and just did the work from home. But everything she cooked was from scratch. I mean, way scratch, from grinding the wheat and everything, which I doubt I'll ever do that. But it still just leaves me with a picture of just content. To me, that's just contentment. And if I could go back in time, that's what I would like to be. And I know when I got this book, that's how I felt. But as days and years go by, you're busy trying to make a living. This is even after the kids are raised. And now that I'm 64, I'm going to do what I can to become like this type woman, because I feel like if I can, I know many nowadays you have to work, and there's just, I'm even looking, who knows, I may have to go back part time even at my age. So I'm going to read this to you. Chapter 12, Recipes for Life. I invite you to pick up your favorite beverage, pull up a chair at a cozy spot, and join me in a moment of leisure. Let's sip, ponder, and muse. I often contemplate 1 Thessalonians 4:11 and 12. Make it your ambition to lead a quiet life and attend to your own business and work with your hands, just as we commended you, so that you may behave properly toward outsiders and not be in need. This speaks of having a passion for the esteem that comes through humble, industrious, and honorable behavior. What did Paul mean by a quiet life when he penned this passage long ago? Many are drawn to certain eras of time, such as early American country or Victorian eras. I'm not drawn to art decor. Maybe it's just me. Or then again, is it the world view art deco grew out of? I think of all the past eras as being quiet. And yet, Paul in the New Testament is instructing them to lead a quiet life. Progress has provided unprecedented affluence, education, technology, and entertainment. We have comforts and conveniences our ancestors could only dream of. If we enjoy so much more material abundance and access to knowledge than our ancestors, why are we not more content and fulfilled? The gentle flow of history has become a flood. Are we playing a different game by different rules on a different stage than any other people in the history of the world? Little House on the Freeway. Much of the past can be graphically illustrated by an almost horizontal, gradual upward line as life slowly unfolded. Life in this century is happening very quickly and can be pictured as an all of a sudden up curving line looking like a J. Physically and mentally, we can't keep up. Will this exponential progress continue without a respite? Are we in a transition? If so, to what? Is progress the bad guy? What constitutes progress or success? Good things may be consuming the best things. Maybe in all eras, when people turn their backs on God, they cover the emptiness by busily fulfilling their lives. Can we redeem ourselves through our own activity? Maybe we need to begin measuring life by virtue rather than love of money, humility rather than intellectualism, meekness rather than power. Progress has not helped nurture and protect the right relationships for ourselves, others, and God. When I feel nostalgic or pining for a romantic sized past, what am I really longing for? Is it tradition, community, and relationship? Scripture prescribes relational life, all of which has suffered major setbacks over the past last decades. Marriage, extended family, sense of community, social support systems, church commitment, church unity, and another, one another in our exponential lives. We have exceeded many of our limits in the personal, emotional, relational, physical, and financial areas. We've left no space, no margin. When something happens in our life to rock the boat, there's nothing to give. When something doesn't give, it snaps, it breaks. We may be able to operate without safety nets in many areas, but we require them in our relationships. Do we substitute activity for relationships? Study after study supports structure, yields better health, and increased longevity. This choice of importance of relationship over activity is a kind of buffering system against stress. I think this idea of margin is the reason for our fondness and charm of the past. We are yearning for a quiet life. Slow me down, Lord. Ease the pounding of my heart by quieting of my mind. Steady this hurried pace with a vision of the eternal reach of time. Give me among the confusion of the day the calmness of the everlasting hills. Author unknown. Life can oh it's life can be fragile. There's even more. I hope I don't run up too much. Humans are beautiful but vulnerable, like breakable, lovely china cups. Yet at the same time, we are strong and resilient. Unlike teacups, humans can heal and grow and move beyond disaster. We can reach out to one another in courage and comfort. So, what must we do? Pick up the pieces? Have another cup of tea? Serenity, drive by fast food window and collect a full foam cup or zap one in the microwave? Must we always insist upon the instant? Fast food restaurants and overnight delivery, we expect solution to problems in 30 minutes. Someone has said, I believe with all my heart that human beings crave ritual and ceremony and loveliness in our lives. People in our society don't like to wait, but you simply cannot hurry a good pot of tea. Preparing and enjoying tea is a ritual, a ceremony of loveliness. There is nothing in a cup of tea that cannot be found in a cup of coffee or even a cup of cold water served with the right attitude. Tea takes time. Monty, an English geologist, worked together on a project. Come mid afternoon, no matter where, usually out in the middle of the desert, the Englishman would stop for tea. It seemed he lived above the mechanics of life. Monty, who was her husband, felt something transcendent in the ritual. The act of making and drinking tea forces us to slow down. Put the kettle on, wait for the water to boil. Now things to prepare, pretty things, cups, plates, possibly even doilies, cloth napkins and a tablecloth, maybe some scones. None of these things are necessary, yet it is a good part of the ritual, a tradition. Habits, rituals, and customs comfort us deep in our spirits. It's like coming home. An old ritual gaining popularity is the use of fountain pens, writing with real ink, drawing the ink from a bottle, preparing and doodling with the ink and letting it dry can be satisfying. Children delight in traditions. I used to have tea parties with my kids when they were younger. Remembering this, I brought two small cups at the thrift store just for Dawson and me to carry on the tradition. Dawson informed me he hates tea, but he loves the tradition of the teapot and a special little cup for him. Rituals perform a valuable function of occupying the body and the senses while freeing the mind and spirit. As tea steeps, carry the tray to the comfortable nook and wait in peace. If with friends, maybe even children, this is an excellent time for good conversations. If alone, read, think, or pray. Still more waiting. The boiling liquid must settle into the comfortable warmth and then slowly sip. As you sip, your mind can settle out of its habitual rush. Your relationships, even with yourself, are granted space for leisurely stretch. Enjoying a cup of tea is an island of calm you can easily visit in the course of your busiest day. It's like stopping and smelling the roses quietly and without a threat. It calls us out of ourselves and into relationships. I'm going to end there for now, but it continues on. And I think this is just a wonderful little book about slowing down and leading a peaceful life, minding your own business, and helping others for sure. I hope you enjoy this reading, and I hope you all have a wonderful, blessed day. Bye bye.